Imagine you found years-old camera in a mystery box. Being curious, you took a picture with it and fell into a death trap. Whenever you take a picture with that camera, the person in the picture dies somehow. It might be caused by an evil spirit or something darker. Every character in a picture taken by this camera dies in a horrible way. Here is the question. How can an electric device like a camera have a connection with an evil spirit? What is the mystery behind this camera? Some friends found this camera and fell into a death trap. Will they be able to return safely and get rid of this problem? Let's uncover the mystery behind the camera and take a taste of this exciting story. At the beginning of the story, we see a girl named Sarah looking through her deceased mother's old things with her friend Linda. In a box, she finds a Polaroid camera and asks Linda to take a picture of her. Linda goes home at night. Sarah is alone at home and suddenly notices that the camera is making noise by itself and there appears to be dirt in her picture. She tries to clean the picture but realizes it's not dirt. It's a shadow of someone in the picture. Suddenly the lights in the house turn off and she hears some strange sounds, but there is no one outside the house. Then a ball falls on the floor and Sarah goes upstairs to check. After reaching there, she hears a horrible sound and gets scared. She slips and falls and then some entity kills her. After that, the scene shifts to a high school student named Bard. It's her first day at school. Bard is a very shy girl who loves to take pictures. After school, she accidentally takes a picture of a boy named Connor. She had a crush on him. Later, she goes to an antique shop where she works with a boy named Tyler. Tyler shows her the camera we saw with Sarah at the beginning of the story. Tyler says he bought the camera for her. Bard feels very happy and surprised because it is hard to get a camera from the 70s. She takes a picture of Tyler. After a while, she returns home. Then her mother was about to leave for work. After she left, her friend Casey comes to meet her. Casey asks her if she will go to the evening costume party or not. Bard was not interested, but Casey convinced her anyway. The next scene, we see Tyler watching his childhood pictures on a projector. Suddenly, he sees a shadow in the picture and it grows larger. He quickly removes the curtains, but there is nobody. Feeling relieved, he looks at the projector again and hears a horrible sound behind him, and the entity kills Tyler too. At the party, Bard meets Casey's other friends Mina and Mina's boyfriend Davin, as well as Avery. They are the ones who organized the party. Bard also meets Connor Bell and they become friends. Later, Davin and Mina join them and Bard takes a group photo of them. Casey also arrives at the party. After everyone leaves, Avery takes a selfie with the camera. Suddenly, Sheriff Pembroke arrives and takes Bard to the police station where he interrogates her about Tyler's death. Bard is shocked to hear about Tyler's death as they had worked together earlier that morning. Returning home, Bard notices that the shadow what was on Tyler's photo now has moved from Tyler's photo to Avery's photo. Avery is alone at home. She goes to the basement to take something. Then she starts hearing some weird sounds. She tries to find out from where the sound is coming, and then the entity also frightens her. She tries to escape, but the monster kills her as well. The next morning, Casey calls Bard and informs her about Avery. Getting the news, she goes back to her house and starts checking the photographs. She sees that the shadow has disappeared from Avery's photo and is now on the group photo of Davin, Mina, Casey, and Connor. Seeing this, Bard gets angry and tries to break the camera, but nothing happens to it. Then she goes to school and tells everything to her friends. Initially, nobody believes her, but after much persuasion, Davin burns the group photo. When the picture starts burning, Mina's hand starts burning in real life as well. Connor uses a fire extinguisher, but it doesn't help. Then Bard extinguishes the fire on the picture. Instantly, Mina's hand stops burning and the picture returns to its original state as if it was never on fire. After admitting Mina to the hospital, they all sit and talk. While talking, Bard suddenly remembers she forgot to take the camera's case from Tyler. Then Connor and Bard go to Tyler's house by car to bring the camera case. The police have already sealed the house. Bard sneaks into Tyler's house from the back. There, Bard finds the camera case, but suddenly the entity comes to attack her. Bard starts running away. Later, we see that the entity can't come into sunlight, which is why Bard is able to save her life and escape. She gets out with Connor, and while leaving by car, Bard tells him that there was something strange inside. She wonders why it attacked her when she was not even in the picture. Connor tells her that in the picture her reflection is in the back window, which means she is also in the picture. That's why the monster attacked Bard too. In the nursing home, Davin was with Mina. Meanwhile, Bard calls Mina and tells her not to be alone because the monster attacks if its target is alone. Knowing this, Mina starts looking for Davin, but the monster is already there and it kills her. Davin comes back and seeing Mina's dead body, he is devastated. When Bard and Connor arrive, Davin gets very angry because he believes Bard is responsible for all this. Seeing Bard crying alone, Connor comes to talk to her. After a while, they find an important information in the camera box which helps them to start their investigation, and they learn that the camera's actual owner is the teacher of their school whose name is Ronald Joseph Sable. RJS is also written in the camera box. In 1974, he was accused of imprisoning 4 students. 3 of them got killed, but the police became able to save 1 student. That 4th student is still alive. Later, Bard and everyone else meet in a restaurant, but Davin is still angry at Bard. Out of anger, he tries to take Bard's picture so that she dies before everyone else. Connor tries to take the camera away from Davin, but Davin clicks his own picture by accident. Then that shadow moves away from the group photo onto Davin's photo. That means Davin's life is in danger now. Seeing this, Davin gets very afraid and he tries to hurt Bard, but Casey puts a pencil on Davin's photo, what causes real wounds to him, so that she can save Bard. With pain in his hand, Davin gets angrier and mistakenly slaps a police officer. So he is put into jail. There he seeks forgiveness from Bard and tells her that he is in shock because of Mina's death. Meanwhile, Casey calls Bard and informs her that Roland's wife is still alive. Casey gives Bard Roland's wife's address. In jail, Davin is alone, and there the entity comes and kills him as well. Bard and Connor go to meet Roland's wife Lena and show her the camera. Seeing the camera, Lena tells them that the camera actually belonged to their daughter Rebecca. She also tells them that Rebecca was different from other people and her brain used to work slowly. But when she received the camera as a gift, she felt very happy. For boys in her school used to bully her. They not just clicked Rebecca's dirty picture, but also used to tease her as well. Not being able to tolerate all this, she committed suicide. Seeing own daughter in such a miserable condition, Ronald captured those 4 students and tried to kill them, but the 4th boy survived. So Ronald's soul is still roaming around to kill that 4th student. He will not keep quiet until he is able to kill that 4th boy. Listening everything, Bard calls Casey at school. Lena gives them the 4th boy's photo. Getting the picture, they start searching for that student. Later, they found out that the 4th boy is none other than police officer Pembroke. Pembroke also reaches the school following them, and Bard captures his picture using the camera so that Roland kills him only and everyone else can survive. After getting caught in the camera, Pembroke explains to them everything. He tells them that actually Rebecca's father used to take dirty pictures of Rebecca. Pembroke and his 3 other friends were actually good friends of Rebecca. They wanted to save Rebecca, but Roland wanted to kill all 4 of them so that his dirty secret wouldn't be revealed. The police come there and kill Roland, and during his death, the camera was still in his hand. That's why his soul is now in that camera. Rebecca could not bear the death of her 3 friends. She started believing that her 3 friends were killed because of her. That's why she committed suicide. Now Sheriff tells them they can go and try to find out if Rebecca committed suicide after Roland's death or not. That proves Roland's wife Lena lied to them. She might also be under the possession of Roland's soul. Then suddenly the entity comes, which means the soul of Roland. He cuts the sheriff's picture into 2 pieces and Pembroke dies horribly. After that, Roland attacks Casey. Bard and Casey start running. On the other hand, Connor keeps running to save himself as well. Now the entity is after Bard and Casey. They hide in a bathroom. There they turn on the hot shower, which prevents the monster from attacking them. After that, Bard goes out to find Connor, leaving Casey there. Talking to Connor, Bard understands how they can kill the monster. Then the monster takes Connor away. Seeing this, Bard clicks a picture of herself so that the entity comes to kill her instead, but seeing Bard doing that, Connor screams loudly. Bard quickly starts running towards the school's darkroom so that the monster can come to its full body in the dark. Many years ago, police killed Roland in that very room. When the monster comes to its full form, Bard takes a picture of it. Then Bard starts twisting the picture and burns it so that she could kill the entity. But in that picture, Bard's 2 fingers also get captured. So when she is burning the picture, she also feels very pain in her fingers, but if she tries to save her fingers, the monster would kill her too, and all this would never end. That's why she burns the picture, so that the monster dies. Now Roland's soul is no more. After that, Bard meets with Connor and Casey. They all see that the shadow disappears from the group photo. That means they all are safe now. Later, Bard throws the camera into the sea to make sure nothing like this happens in the future. With this, the movie ends here.